Paige never really needed an advisor. She knew what she wanted, set her goals, and went after them. And here we are. Occasionally, she needed a place to take a breath, but as I look back, I believe our moments of laughter outweighed the times we shed tears. For not needing an advisor, Paige has had 3 during her time at Perkiomen, and they send their greetings today. I'd like to share them with you. From Mrs. Sarah Rowe. Paige, since our very first advisory meetings in the gallery in Kay's Hall, you were a go-getter. Even under our masks during the thick of the pandemic, I could sense your excitement to be a part of Perkiomen. You were always smiling, sending you the warmest congratulations from Korea. And from Mrs. Trish Manfredini, we can talk about Paige's academic success. Who else has their entire high school schedule set in 9th grade? But what is truly important is that Paige is a kind, compassionate, and caring individual who sets the finest example for her peers. Connections she has made will carry Paige as she moves to the next step of her journey. She will continue to bring her best and will surely find great success. Paige, I echo their words, and I'm impressed by you every day. You bring your best both in and out of the classroom, especially as an accomplished artist and performer. The first musical Paige saw on Broadway was Wicked, and it changed her for the better. In that show, she found her love for musical theater. I wonder if Paige may have seen a bit of herself in the main characters from Wicked. Elphaba, who eventually is the Wicked Witch of the West, has a brilliant mind and a fiery spirit. And Galinda, who becomes the Good Witch of the North, has great ambition and incredible drive. Paige, it has been a joy to watch you grow in your time at Perkiomen. Your confidence and your grace, both on the stage and off, multiplied as you met each challenge head on. You found your inner strength this year, and as I sat in the audience for your final performances, especially as Alice in the Addams Family and at The Voice, I knew I was watching a different Paige, one who had changed for the better. Paige, I am so proud of all you have accomplished, and I'm eager to hear what will come next at USC. I know that because you came into my advisory, I have been changed for the better. And in the words of Elphaba and Galinda, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. Please welcome the valedictorian of the class of 2024, Paige Iacobacci.
Hello, fellow graduates and Greater Perkiomen community. I'm honored to be here today. I take pride in being a part of the class of 2024, and you should too. Before I get started, there are a few people I would like to thank as they've been crucial in my high school career. First, Mrs. Kovaleski, for that beautiful introduction and for being the best advisor I could have asked for. Your grace and kindness inspire me every day. I feel comfortable being myself in your office, and I appreciate all the times you've been there for me when I was stressed, sad, or celebrating. I also want to thank all of the excellent teachers who have expanded my knowledge in their respective subjects and beyond the classroom. Although I could write a speech for every individual teacher I've had, I and the rest of the class of 24 would like to graduate today, preferably within the next hour, so I'll refrain. I want to thank all my friends who've been by my side for years. You've all been there for me at my best and my worst. You've motivated me and made my days here so much more enjoyable. I don't know how I would have gotten through high school without you. Finally, I want to thank my whole family, and specifically my mom, dad, and sister Alyssa. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come to Perkiomen, always encouraging me and loving me no matter what. I wouldn't be here if you hadn't always believed in me more than I do in myself. Now, class of 24, as you sit in your seat, I want you to close your eyes and imagine your first day at Perkiomen. Think about what you were wearing, who you were with, the thoughts that ran through your head. When I imagine my first day of school, I'm a 9th grader wearing my Perkiomen polo for the first time, stepping out of a school van, smelling burning chocolate in the air through a mask on my face. Starting high school during COVID, I was eager to be in a new environment, and I yearned for a sense of normalcy again. After watching movies about high school, visiting campus, and talking to my sister, I felt sure that I knew what I was getting myself into. So with slightly trembling hands, I traveled through my day and watched as many of my preconceived notions regarding high school slowly faded away. You see, before coming to Perkiomen, one thing I never expected was a group of teachers and faculty who would go above and beyond for me and others in the way they have, spending time with us during conferences, hosting study sessions over the weekend, keeping up to date on all of our endeavors and activities, and even looking for a pair of sneakers over the weekend. On a completely unrelated note, has anyone seen a pair of size 8 Nike Blazers? It's been 2 years, they still haven't shown up. No? All right. Another thing I didn't expect was for my advisory to feel like my family outside of my home. We all sat in our advisors' offices and shared about our days the same way we would at a dinner table, or we've had birthday parties, or talked about school as if you're no longer on campus because you feel comfortable seeking advice from your advisors and peers. One thing, though, that I did have correct about Perkiomen is that we have a global community. In fact, in this class alone, there are 20 countries and 8 states represented. But what I didn't expect was how natural the meshing of different cultures would feel, how some of my best friends would be from across the globe, and that I would sit at lunch tables where every individual person is not only from a different country, but continent. Truthfully, I didn't expect many of the beautiful opportunities Perkiomen has given me, but I'm grateful to have attended a school that exceeded my expectations. I speak about my own high school experiences because they're not unique to me, but rather unique to Perkiomen. We have all felt moments of excitement and freedom during high school, whether that was traveling away from your parents for the first time or driving a car for the first time. We all felt moments of pride throughout high school, such as scoring our first point in a high school sport, getting a good test grade in a challenging class, being able to be there for a friend, or getting a role you wanted in the play or musical. We've all had teachers and faculty members who have changed us as students and people. We've all tried something we never would, and I'm sure we've all dropped a metal water bottle in a silent classroom. We've also all learned lessons that have transformed our perspectives and made us better people. For me, one lesson occurred offhandedly during my Honors Algebra 2 class, when Mr. Doherty said, "The coolest thing about high school and college is the fact that your job is to learn. That's your biggest responsibility." As he reminisced about his high school and college experiences, I realized that I had never looked at school and learning that way. Before coming here, I thought that school was all about grades, which I'm not sure is hard to believe, considering where I am right now. I saw school as an obligation and believed that my job was to be the best at learning because it would make me successful in life after school. I failed to see the job of learning as an opportunity in of itself, or the fact that I should have been grateful that it was my biggest responsibility. But Mr. Doherty's view really struck me. Education is a privilege, and a privilege it has been. So through the rest of my high school career, I referred back to that comment in my busiest, most stressful times and remembered how lucky I was to worry about learning. That all the things I was stressed about will one day no longer matter so much, and that someday I'll look back and miss the things I was currently experiencing. I never told Mr. Doherty how much that comment impacted me or anyone else, but I want to thank you and let you know that I plan to take that view of school and learning to college, and I hope you all do too. Coming to Perkiomen, we not only had our misconceptions about high school, but we all misconceived who we were, what we like to do, and who we'd become. And as much as you may not want to hear this, we're still doing all those things currently. But don't let that be discouraging to you as you enter this new chapter of your life, because every life change is what catalyzes the most valuable growth. So as you leave today and step wherever your future is taking you, in times of uncertainty, Think back to your first day here. Remember the doubt you had and the strength you used to get through it. The step you're currently taking will always feel like the biggest and scariest one you've ever taken. But in years to come, when you look back at your time in high school and college, you'll miss the days when your biggest responsibility was to learn, and you'll realize that there was nothing to be afraid of. So indulge in the pain, excitement, and anxiety of this new beginning. As Sophia Jones Short puts it, if you weren't ready, you wouldn't have the opportunity. You are ready. You are prepared for the challenge and will experience moments of joy and prosperity that will make the grief worth it. So before you leave, take all the life lessons you've learned while you were here with you. Then continue chasing your dreams and goals. Always be kind, stay in touch, and of course, risk becoming your best. Thank you.